Hey, today we're going to show how simple swapping out fuel injectors on a 4-cylinder engine is. This is a Mazda Miata. The motor is the MZR family, which is very common in Mazdas, and very similar to other 4-cylinders. So anyway, we're going to be removing the fuel injectors, which are located along this silver fuel rail here. And first thing we'll do is remove the fuel line. Next, we'll disconnect the various electrical connections in our way. These are on the coil, these are on the injector. However, they need to come out of the way to get it done. And then lastly, we have two bolts, one located right here, and the other one a little farther back there. And we will remove those and pull the injectors. Then we'll put in new injectors and reinstall. Here we go. I have my safety glasses on. Just going to undo this red clip. Then I'm going to pull this up. It's going to probably leak a little fuel. Not much at all. Next, pull the coil connections. Injector connections. That's all loose. Pull the two bolts on the fuel rail. Oh, gonna have to pull this connection too just because it's in the way. And bingo. 4 fuel injectors. Alright. Okay, now we're ready to swap out the injectors. Here are the stock injectors, here are the upgrade injectors. You could just be buying new injectors because your old ones are bad. These are an upgrade for a turbo. So, I'm going to take a screwdriver. You've got OE clips, which are a little bit in the way. They're a little bit of a nuisance. You kind of have to pop them side by side, work it enough that the injector comes out. I am dumping a bit of fuel, so I'm going to get rid of some of that actually. Alright, I think I'll not light up right now. Anyway, 1 injector out, 2 injector out. Alright, that's all our injectors out. Actually, my new injectors don't have O-rings on them. I knew that before. A couple of them don't anyway. So I'm going to swap out the injector, or the O-ring, real quick. Alright. Pull off these clips. Come on, clip. There we go. The clips kind of lock into the injector body a little bit. Alright, 4 clips off. Now it's time to install these in the fuel rail. You need to lube the O-ring. I use Vaseline. Some people might say that's not the right thing. Don't know. It's always been fine. These O-rings are Viton. They're ready to hold up to any chemical. So go ahead and slip the clip back on. Slide that sucker in there. The Vaseline is so that the O-ring seats properly. Alright, got the clip. There we go. Alright, 4 new injectors in. These are rebuilt. I've used them for a while actually, but I had a reason to swap and make this video, so let's go reinstall them. Before we reinstall them, we need to Vaseline up these O-rings. So I'll do that off camera, but it's the exact same process as doing the other one. And then we'll see you in a second when we install them. Okay, now we're installing them. These injectors. I'm gonna bring them in. Try not to bump anything. Get each of them lined up in the hole. Alright, now they're all in the hole, and now I'm going to go ahead and kind of press them in. Okay, put the bolts back in. The press, you didn't feel a whole lot, they just kind of slid into place. alternated sides to try and press down a little more uniformly. Hook the injectors back up. And lastly, the fuel line. But you want to put the clip back in place where it was. On this, when you put it back in, you notice there's a taper here, and you want to make sure that taper is aligned with pushing it on, that way it pops on. So there's no taper over here, there's a taper here. It does not pop off. That's everything. Injectors swapped. Cool, thanks for watching.